Hi, I'm Xane Daniel, and it's time for you to end your suffering. And in order to do that, you really need to ask yourself, in what ways do you suffer? It's so important. You could even pause the video and think about it for a minute, because you're going to use this and think about it all the way through the video. Are you suffering because you're in an abusive relationship? Are you suffering because you don't have money, or because you don't have self-confidence? Whatever it is, hold it with you as we go through the rest of this video, and I'm going to ask you a question that just might change everything. Okay, so here's the big question. Do you believe that the suffering that you have right now is going to end? Or do you believe, or do you fear that it's going to last the rest of your life? If you are certain that it is going to end, then this is going to be an easy video for you. But if you believe that it's not, if you fear that it's never going to end, then I have another question for you. Do you lie to yourself a lot? There is an imposter inside of you that is telling you these sorts of negative thoughts. It might be telling you that you're not good enough, that you aren't smart enough, that you're never going to make any money, that you're never going to have successful relationships, that you're never, ever, you can't, you won't, you shouldn't. This is an imposter. The true version of yourself, the being of light that you truly are, would never say these sorts of things. And that true version of yourself, that true being of light, was what you were born as. But circumstances in life has changed that image of yourself and hidden it behind a new one, this imposter who is telling you that you aren't good enough. You are fantastic. You are amazing. You are powerful. You are good at everything. And even if you aren't good at everything, you know that if you want to be good at it, you will be. So now, if you can start to believe that eventually it's going to end, I'm sorry, but nothing lasts forever, including the suffering that you're having right now. So if you are the one that answered, yes, I know this is eventually going to end, but you have impatience, you have stress, you have urgency, you have frustration that you're not over that suffering right now, then you can release that. Because the only thing that you have to do is, if you already know for sure that your suffering is going to end, the pressure's off. Relax. You know it's going to be over. And the more that you relax into that knowledge, the sooner that this suffering is going to be over. You are perpetuating it by surrounding it with lower vibrational emotions. You're surrounding it with frustration and disappointment and maybe anger and impatience. These lower vibrational emotions actually keep it around longer. So relax. It's going to end, and you know it. And as soon as you relax about it, it will start to end even faster than it would have otherwise. Imagine if you were going to go to a train station and you're waiting for the train. When you arrive at the station and you're maybe an hour early, do you sit there going, oh man, I am frustrated. This train is never going to make it. It's never coming. I shouldn't have come here. This is ridiculous. It's impossible. This train is never coming, and this is a waste of my time. And then maybe you leave because you're saying, no, it's not going to come. But the schedule says it's going to come in an hour. This is what you're doing, essentially. All you have to do is, what do you do at a normal train station? You go, okay, well, I'm an hour early. I guess I'm going to check my phone. I'm going to go ahead and read the internet. I'm going to call a friend. Maybe I'll take an extra walk, half-hour walk, so that it'll be a half an hour later and the train will be here soon. That's the way that you can approach your suffering. You can try to address it and figure out what's wrong and why am I suffering and what are the causes and when will it ever go away. But if you were going to do that at the train station for an hour, when's the train going to get here? When's it going to get here? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here? I don't think it's here yet. Is it here yet? How long is that train going to take to get there? It's going to take like 48 hours in your mind. And so that's what you're doing when you constantly are asking, what in the heck? How am I going to get rid of this suffering? What is the reason for it? Yada, yada, yada. You're using the left brain in all the wrong ways. The left brain is trying to solve a problem. It's trying to solve a problem that's eventually just going to be over anyway. So you might as well put that left brain to use elsewhere. You might as well get excited about something else. Heck, you could even get excited about the fact that this suffering is going to eventually go away because you know it to be true. So instead of focusing on the suffering, you instead focus on the knowing. You know that it's eventually going to end. Instead of focusing on, oh my gosh, this suffering is so bad, this is so awful, I wish it were over, man, is it ever going to end? You focus on the knowing. I know it's going to end. When you focus on the suffering, you enter into the suffering mindset. You enter into the victim mindset. And that only perpetuates the problem over and over and over again. So that ultimately means that you're suffering because you're suffering. So I'd like to provide an activation to help bolster that knowing, to give you a boost of this knowledge that it's all going to be over. So go ahead and close your eyes. So take a nice big deep breath. And relax on your exhale. Feel yourself sinking into the chair that you're sitting in. Feel the gravity pulling you down. And what I want you to do is think about the day that this suffering is over. The day that you know that you are safe and free. The feelings, the negative feelings are gone. Maybe the abusive relationship is over and you're far away from it. Whatever it is, that day is over. And wow, how amazing that feels. Focus on that feeling. Feel it all over your body. Feel the relief. Maybe there's a weight on your shoulders that's just fallen off. Maybe there's a tightness in your chest or your stomach and they're loose and you can breathe easily. Focus on what that feels like. And focus on the knowing that that day is definitely going to happen. I know it's going to happen. So all you have to do is know it as well. And here we will bolster it. The way my activations work is I'm going to say breath in. When I do, you'll take a nice big deep breath. You'll hold it at the top and you'll wait for me to say the word awaken. Breath in. Awaken! Excellent. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for participating in this activation. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico right now, enjoying the petroglyphs and this incredible day. I'm about to get back on the road again, and I'll probably be heading to Tucson, Arizona. If there's any other activations you'd like, I have lots of them on my website, and I have a free one that you can download that helps you overcome nervousness. If you're about to give a talk or ask someone out on a date or ask for a raise, you can download this activation for free off of my website, and I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can do that. Otherwise, you can get all kinds of other activations off of my website as well. So thank you so much for participating in this quick study of how to overcome your suffering in a very basic way, plus the activation to help you know for sure you're going to get over it. I love you unconditionally, and I'll see you on the next video.